Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Your Excellency, Professor Kithure Kindiki, the Deputy President, the Honorable Martha Koome, the Chief Justice, the Speakers of the two Houses, Mr. Kingi and Mr. Wetangula, the Majority Leader, Mr. Kimani Ichung'wah, the Minority Leader, Mr. Junet Mohammed, Dr. Oburu Oginga, Minister Murkomen, the AG Dorcas Oduro. Allow me to ride on the protocols that have been established before me. Your Excellency, Mr. President, today you have received from the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights the report and draft guidelines that you required the Commission to prepare. Your Excellency, this ceremony is not a formality. It is, with respect, the keeping of a sacred and constitutional promise, your own promise to look into the welfare of those Kenyans who are afflicted. Permit me, Your Excellency, to recall briefly how we got here. The Constitution at Article 132 enjoins the President to ensure the protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms and the upholding of the rule of law. It further empowers the President under Article 254(2) to require a commission or independent office to submit a report on any particular issue within its mandate. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, Your Excellency, is established under Article 59 of our Constitution as the principal organ of the state that is responsible for ensuring compliance with our obligations under international human rights treaties. Under Section 8 of the Commission's Human Rights Act, the Commission is empowered to investigate matters of human rights, to make recommendations for the better functioning of state organs, and to take steps to secure appropriate redress where human rights have been abridged. Your Excellency, it was in the exercise of these powers that by presidential proclamation you required the Commission to develop and submit a framework to guide the provision of compensation and reparations to victims of violations of human rights, including those arising from demonstrations and public protests. Your Excellency, having discharged that mandate, the Commission on the 8th of May this year submitted its report to the head of the Public Service for transmission to Your Excellency. Your Excellency, it is that report for which this Assembly is convened today at State House, solemnly to hand over to you that report. Your Excellency is constitutionally charged with a solemn obligation to ensure that the human rights of all Kenyans are protected. Your Excellency, that duty is not abstract. It is owed to every Kenyan who exercises the rights guaranteed under the Constitution, including the right under Article 37 to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to petition. Your Excellency, this is the Constitution working exactly as it was designed. Your Excellency did not direct the Commission as to what its conclusions were going to be. Nor did Your Excellency supervise their judgment. You exercised a power the Constitution gives you under Article 254(2) to require a report, and the Commission has done so. The Office of the President and an independent commission have each played their distinct part in mutual respect toward a common public good. That is the relationship the Constitution envisions between the executive and the independent commissions. Not subordination, not direction, but complementarity. This handover, therefore, is itself an act of democratic governance. It is proof that constitutional institutions, when they hold to their respective mandates, can together deliver justice to citizens. And in receiving this report, Your Excellency, you are performing your human rights obligations in the most concrete way that our Constitution envisions, turning the duty to protect into a practical pathway to redress, to reconcile, and to heal the nation. Your Excellency, on March the 6th this year, you appointed the panel of experts on compensation of victims of human rights violations, including from demonstrations and public protests, through Gazette Notice 3115, and instructed us to compensate victims of human rights violations by the reparations framework that the Commission has presented to you. Your Excellency, the panel charged with the implementation is required by its establishing instrument to discharge its mandate in a transparent, accountable, and auditable manner. The Commission's reparations guidelines, the framework developed by the Commission, which directs the panel, is to undertake the compensation exercise, provide for mandatory verification of the eligibility of every single claimant. In discharge of its mandate, the panel has developed a case management system and procedures that ensure that each and every claim is verified and a determination of eligibility made before any recommendation for reparations is made. The system that we have developed, Your Excellency, stores in an easily searchable manner all the evidence relied on for each single victim, the panel's decision in relation to the medical evidence, and the medical recommendation made to it by the medical professionals working with the panel. And finally, the panel's decisions on quantum. The system also logs and records the entire payment process. Your Excellency, this system is the panel's way of ensuring the integrity of the compensation process and of guaranteeing that the process can be fully audited. Under it, independent auditors will have the ability to follow up and to verify every coin that has been spent. We have, Your Excellency, created a system for the ages, if I may say so. A system that will be in use for many years to come. Your Excellency, to date, my panel has received the names of approximately 1,100 victims from the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights and a further 1,200 from the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, with some overlap between the two lists. The panel has also received over 200 names of victims from the security agencies, the National Police Service, the Prison Service, and the National Youth Service. And in addition, we have also received over 160 names of persons whose businesses were damaged and who suffered economic loss. The panel, Your Excellency, is now subjecting all of these names to verification, assisted by its AI integrated case management system, and will be in a position, Your Excellency, to begin making payments in as short a time as a week from today. To the victims and to the families who have suffered grief, loss, and injury, I say this. This report is an acknowledgement that your suffering has been seen, and that the state accepts its duty to repair. This report is one step towards national atonement. We will proceed, Your Excellency, in accordance with the law and the Constitution and the directions of the court, because justice that is delivered lawfully is justice that endures. Your Excellency, let me just say, as I conclude, that your partner in this exercise, who initially you thought of this project with, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, is not here with us today. I know, Your Excellency, you carry his dreams and ambitions on this project in your heart. And Your Excellency, let me say that there is no better way to honor the late Honorable Raila Odinga than to repair our people, than to walk the last mile of this journey, to turn a new leaf in our human rights culture. Your Excellency, previous governments have known that we have a problem